that we are the few, not the many, and from the point of view of privilege, that we have the opportunity every day, even in rough times, we are still better off than a huge percentage of the world. We're talking about, 1 billion people living on less than $1 a day. We're talking about 2/3 of the world's HIV/AIDS deaths are in sub-Saharan Africa, and also the HIV/AIDS cases, and hundreds of thousands of those are children. So we today are making a stand not for the benefit of those around us, but for our own benefit, to recognize that we have the capacity to lead. And you guys blow me away. So we are honored to be here with you today, and we thank you for coming out. One last thing, the weather is very pleasant. I've walked this more than 120 times now, and I would like to encourage those who have not already taken their shoes off to try this last half mile barefoot. And the reason why I'm encouraging you to do that is because it is an opportunity to exercise your own free will, to realize what it is to not have something as simple as a pair of shoes. And you would be amazed by what a pair of shoes can do for someone. In many cases, I think about our trip with Tom's Shoes in 2007, where thanks to you all buying shoes in every single city on that 2000 tour, we were able to help them reach their goal of 50,000 pairs of shoes given away to kids in South Africa because of you. And when we went on that trip to give those shoes, I remember a particular school in a very rural area of South Africa outside of Durban. And there was an incredibly long paved road that many of the kids would walk on or alongside of. And when I say paved road, the kind of paved road that we think of is not the kind of paved road I'm talking about. It's a very, very coarse and dangerous road for anyone who is walking barefoot. Not to mention the fact that there was no real shoulder on that road or anything to protect people from traffic. My point in that is that these kids were walking miles and miles every single day to get to school, to get an education, so that they could potentially better their lives and better the lives of their future families. And that pair of shoes was an enormous, enormous thing for these kids. In many cases, they had never had a new pair of shoes at all. And so it's because of you all's actions today that things like that are happening. So it is not some vain, trivial act that we're doing. It is an incredibly valuable act that you are sacrificing yourself, sacrificing a little bit of your time to walk with a couple crazy guys from Oklahoma. You guys ready to finish this mile? Again, we encourage you to take your shoes off if you have not already. Everybody who's got their shoes off, raise them up in the air and say, "I took the walk!" I took the walk! Let's do it.